Okay, welcome back to some historic play. I've actually been playing a ton of historic, with different versions of Death and Taxes that I've been brewing myself because I didn't see anything in the common deck list for this style of play. This is my take on Orzhov. It's already been through a few iterations. For instance, I started with Dauntless Bodyguards in this position. I've made it into Gutter Bones just because basically Gutter Bones is a warrior and it's helpful for the acquisitions experts to be able to get a little bit bigger in party. And unlike the Azuria's take on D&T, protecting things that have already hit the field is not as important in this, so the bodyguards aren't as useful. Because you don't have stuff like Deputy of Detention or Meddling Mage or stuff like that that you like desperately want to keep on the field. Other than that, what's different? Knight's just here because Knight's pretty good. It's possible that this isn't supposed to be this. Maybe it's like all supposed to be Gutter Bones or something, but Knight is just an impactful one-drop. Charming Prince, Thalia, that's the same as my Azuria's take on it. And then we have hand disruption stuff with the acquisitions, the brain maggots, the freebooters. I don't know if this is the right ratio. The nice thing about the acquisitions experts is that they're like super flickerable by Charming Prince. And so that can be pretty nice. And so having these be at a 4, I think is correct. I'm not sure about these, though. Obviously, if Freebooter is hitting, Freebooter is a lot better, but Freebooter doesn't always hit. Archon's apparitions are the same. These are here in place of the Glasspool mimics, just as lands, essentially. That can also serve as a reasonable 3-drop. We have Murderous Riders. These are important a lot of times because they can kill a Planeswalker. Nighthawk Scavengers are just strong, kind of the same thing as the Knight. They're not especially disruptive, but having the Death Touch, having the lifelink to claw back can be pretty nice. I actually just swapped in this Gonti. I was playing with 4 Chupacabras. These are also very nice to flicker. Same with Basilica Bellhaunt. But I was interested in trying a Gonti here, so I took one of the Chupacabras out. I guess because Gonti has Death Touch, you could kind of argue that it plays a similar role. It's not as good in that, but gives you a little bit of extra card advantage, which could be a problem for sure. And then the lands, I think, are pretty straightforward. I have put in like the Lockthrone and the Ardenvale. Before I wasn't running castles in the Azurius one, but there's no reason that I shouldn't be, so I added these in. The Lockthrone especially can give you a little bit of extra late game punch. And then the sideboard is pretty similar in a lot of ways to the Azurius one. So against graveyard strategies, we have Containment Priest, Drannith Magistrate, Remorseful Cleric, Rest in Peace. I have added a Solemnity to each of these because I've been running into a decent number of decks that either are life gain decks and they're running things that get bigger, Pride Mates and Heliod's and all that type of stuff that it works well against. And then it also works well against people casting Crisis. I'm not sure if it should come in against that, but it does work for that. Wingmare's the same. Devout Decree's the same, although it does drop down to 1. We have the Kunor... Actually, I've never tried to say this word out loud. Kunoros, I guess. Kunoros. Which is more graveyard hate. Like, maybe there's too much graveyard hate, but there's a ton of people playing graveyard interactive stuff. Both Kroxa and Uro, I've seen just tons of. We get to have Mortify instead to give us some enchantment removal. I put a Leyline into each of these as well because there's a lot of Thought Seizes running around and Thought Erasures. And then Kaya I've actually been really happy with. I've had some super grindy games, for instance, where Kaya has just won. Like, I had one game against a life gain opponent where I actually ulted Kaya 3 times. But there's a decent number of decks that play important 1-drops, and I've found that Kaya's a nice option to have for that. And then she also doubles up as some additional graveyard hate in case you need it. So, yeah. Gonti's the only change that I haven't played with yet. Everything else has been iterated over. Originally, I think I didn't have... I don't remember. The Bell Haunts have actually proven to be like surprisingly really important for the deck. Flickering a Bell Haunt is just great, honestly. And so I've been actually considering that maybe I should be running more. Plus, there's a decent number of things that people are running to do mass creature removal that deal 3 damage. So Anger at the Gods immediately comes to mind. I feel like there's at least one more, because there's been several times that the 4 toughness instead of 3 toughness on that guy has made a huge big difference in what can be dealt with versus what couldn't. My feeling so far is that the Orzhov deck is much better against big creatures, because you actually just have like chupacabras and stuff like this. But it's definitely at the expense of being, I guess, less disruptive overall than the Azurius version. You do get the hand disruption, which can be very nice, but sometimes that's just not enough. Every time that you sit and like strip someone's hand down and then, you know, they top deck what they wanted or whatever, you would have rather just had a meddling mage or something stopping the card that you needed to stop. This is not a great hand. Like, I don't even think I can keep this. No play on turn 2, I think, is just not acceptable. This is better. Oh, they've taken 2 mulligans already. Okay, so we're going to keep this. We're going to put back the redundant Thalia, I guess. It's that or Chupacabra. It's a little bit hard to say. Because obviously if they just immediately kill the Thalia... There it is, huh? Okay. So obviously we do need to draw some lands here. But... we can probably... It's that kind of deck, is it? So at least Thalia will be reasonable against them, hopefully. So next turn, if we don't draw any, no. Okay, so I would really like to draw a Plains to take the Spirit Dancer now. It's going to be very important, I think, that I draw an untapped white source. That is not an untapped white source. Okay. So I guess we just have to bring Maggot. Because we have to get around Selfless Savior as well. So Brain Maggot. Let's see. Spirit Dancer, Eyes. And then SRAM. I think what we do is take SRAM. And I'm going to take a bigger hit because of Sentinels, obviously. I mean, I guess we just attack. But hopefully I can just draw an untapped white source and Skyclave it up. They might even want to diversify. They don't want to diversify. I'm going to spend the whole turn casting Sentinel's Eyes, which, yeah, makes this thing quite large. We will need to find something. White source, white source. Okay. We can start chumping. Something a bit sucks. Okay, so discard, please. Another SRAM. They don't care about SRAM. I guess they have the Curious Obsession, so maybe it's just not that important to them. Okay, we need white source. Okay. They're just gonna hit me for 9. Okay, so we absolutely have to draw a white source. Untap white source, and not a Godless Shrine. Okay, well that was unfortunate. I had the right answers. Yeah, great game, right? So let's see. What is good against them? I guess Wingmare is reasonable. I don't think it's worth bringing in, like, Remorseful Clerics or something just against Sentinel's Eyes. I guess Mortify to actually pick off maybe an important enchantment as well is okay. I don't think... I mean, Devout Decree hits Luris, and I think that's it that they showed me, so I'm not interested in that. Kaya would have hit Curious Obsession and the Selfless Savior. I don't think that's good enough either. Okay. So let's take out Hmm. What do we take out? Maybe Gonti's not that great against them. Maybe Knight has Death Touch, potentially, so I guess that's kind of nice. Maybe I cut the Bell Haunts? Maybe I cut the Scavengers? Maybe I cut one of each. Okay, not sure about that. Play first. Okay, this is a pretty decent hand, I would say. I guess they're going to end up just mulling super aggressively, trying to find what they need. This time I have Skyclave. They mulled to 5 again. Okay. Thalia get in here. So I think I would actually prefer to not kill that right now. I think I'm actually going to hold I would really like for them to try to like stack a carry succession or something on it, and for me... Oh, I can't actually cast Fortify because of Thalia. Okay, in that case I think I have to just Skyclave. I can always flicker the Skyclave, I guess, if I want to. This also means that I can just play the Silica next turn, and then try to flicker to the Silica. Play this as Grim Time and okay, they discard that. That's fine. Okay, so they cartouche, they get to draw 2. Okay, so I think we just go ahead and Murderous Rider that now that we drew that. And attack. So yeah, the fact that like this gets hit by Thalia, or the Swift in, and the Mortify gets hit by Thalia is unfortunate. Spirit Dancer, sure. Let's just go to combat and attack. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, if I cast Charming Prince, I can't Mortify, so I think I just don't. I think I just leave up Mortify here. And now they have 1 land, and Thalia's out. That's more what we want to see. I don't think I saw anything that changes my mind here, so let's just run this back. Okay, so this is a little bit rough. We can't cast Skyclave off this mana. I think we can still do this, though. So we'll turn 1 the Gutter Bones. Okay, that makes everything okay. And then Fable Passage next turn, assuming I don't draw 2. Okay. did draw Thalia, but if I play Thalia this turn, I can't actually play Skyclave. I play Mortify, but not Skyclave. So I think we don't want to change plans. So I think I will just do this, go grab a Plains. And then we'll just actually chump, assuming that I get the chance to keep them from drawing a card. And this is removable. Okay. It's not like trample or anything. No. Okay. Okay, this is bright climb. Then Skyclave. Let's think about like dive down. Is that something that this deck plays? Maybe. Literally. Okay. Okay. Is that some unblockable thing from the name? Ether Tunnel. Can't be blocked. Okay. Draw your card. I was just gonna chomp, but... So they have the other Selfless Savior. Oh no. They have another dive down. I can't play Thalia first. I don't have the mana. I think I just have to do it and make them sure I actually have it. No. Okay. They lied. So then we play this. No attacks. First striking? It's not drawing them cards, though. Maybe I do just chump this? I might actually just chump it. Okay, and then we're just going to go ahead and Murderous Rider. Heal it. Okay, and Black Bloom as a land? Black Bloom as a creature? I think Black Bloom as a land is fine. Okay. No attacks. It's indestructible. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we do this. Block here. I don't know why they attacked with both. Stagger Insight draws a card. Yeah, okay. So now I just get to mortify that. Drop the Thalia. Okay, so now we just Acquisitions Expert, make them discard the words. Then we get to pump Knight, and it's kind of downhill from there. Okay, that went pretty well. I think the exile on Skyclave was really important there. Okay, so we have a 2-lander with Thalia and Charming Prince to scry. I think that's fine, especially on the draw. So we'll start by just crafting Fabled. Okay. So we start by crafting Fabled for a swamp. Opposing Goblet. Interesting. Okay, so this is probably Esper control. So Chupacabra is probably not going to be great, but Thalia probably actually will. Okay, another Charming Prince actually isn't bad. I could scry to try to hit a swamp for next turn, or I could just play Archon. I think I'll actually play Archon. I might regret it if I desperately need a Murderous Rider next turn. Okay. So, let's attack. I think that must mean that they care about it, though, so maybe I just play the Archon instead of if I need the double black all of a sudden, it's scary. Deal with Scarab God. So I did draw this. Pay 2 life. I mean, I guess maybe we just kill it and just try to keep it off the field. Maybe I can do that? No, not Bell Hunt. Chupacabra? Because I can like flicker the Chupacabra a bunch. Scarab God. Attack for 6. Okay, Scarab God's back again. Spellblade does not hit. Okay. So, I think what I have to do is just attack with Archon. If I attack with Chupacabra, I think I'm in trouble. Because they'll block Chupacabra over Thalia, probably. Because they'd like to bring it back. So yeah, I don't think we can do that. So we just go to combat, attack with Archon. And then we Charming Prince. Flicker the Chupacabra. And kill the Scarab God again. And now I should be able to attack through it. Destroy everything. That's a problem. Okay. Now they can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't immediately use it. They discarded it. They must have a redundant one. Play this. Flicker the Bell Haunt. Discarded a Anointer Priest. Okay. So yeah, I assume that they have a redundant. Thought Erasure, the Sky Clay, that didn't really matter, I guess. Anointer Priest means that they can actually gain life, unfortunately. So I guess we just go to combat and attack. They'll eat the Bell Haunt. We play the Brain Magnets. Neither of these is great for me. So I guess we take that one. But I don't think I'm going to actually close this out. really surprised that they didn't want to do an upkeep on this one. Because they could have gained life there. Probably going to bring back the Winter Priest. They can gain 1 life, which is a relevant life. They want to bring the Winter Priest back that way. 2 life, and now I don't think I can close this. That helps. Ardenvale. So they're going to start gaining 3 a turn. No, I can't close this out. That's a shame. I got so close. Got on 2. Okay, so what we need is Graveyard Hate. So Devout Decree comes in. Remorseful comes in. Traneth doesn't do anything. Rest in Peace definitely does stuff. It exiles it and makes a token. The actual card doesn't come in. Okay, so we do that. And then we take out... I mean, in reality, Chupacabra is not great against them. I guess Gutterbones gets a lot worse if I can't recur it. So maybe we cut the Gutterbones, and we cut the Scavengers, actually, because they become worse when the graveyards are stripped. I guess I could also bring in Kaya, just as additional graveyard hate. Okay, we can cut the Archon, bring in Kaya. That seems okay. Play first. Yeah, this is fine. We don't have... You know, maybe I didn't want Skyclave. Skyclave's not its best right now. We don't have double white for Skyclave. Okay, planes, go ahead. Need to find is like a Rest in Peace or something would be pretty good. Another Black Source is not really what I want. I guess it means that I probably don't have to play Black Bloom. Black Bloom gets worse when you have Graveyard Strip too. That type of anti-synergy is a bit of a shame. But like I don't know that it's worth actually changing things over. What am I gonna cast this turn? Maybe we do just play this as a land. Let's play this as a land. Play acquisitions, I guess. I guess Skyclave for a Winter Priest is pretty good. Sacred Cat down. Oh, wait, no, no attacks. Okay. Yeah, the discard against them is certainly a lot worse. If I don't have Graveyard Hate. More Thalia? That's not what I want, so we're just gonna try to get Scribe. None of this, please. Now they take the Skyclave, and we just have stupid Thalia sitting here. So Winter Priest isn't going anywhere. Kaya. Okay.
The cooler the opponent, the sweeter the victory.
No more cat for you.
Dematerializing? Huh.
Okay. this unfortunately does get Hasbro. I guess the only thing to do is plus Kaya on my own yard.
I hope you said
Just to gain some
well done.
life.
Look to see me
And
no
say
more.
go, because I can't cast any of those. Has me concerned. Gosh, this deck seems very different this time. They have a lot more small creatures. Okay, acquisitions. Okay. Go ahead and eat it.
You're not well. I'll be back.
And
Just
I got
you
nothing
wait.
else. Okay. Guess it doesn't really change too much on the board. Okay. Well, you're having some trouble here, so Kaya just pluses some more, I guess. Because they have an exile of just 3.
You want something banished?
That's not that many.
Funny, that's what I do.
No attacks. Go ahead. Okay, so they're gonna drop Scarab God. I guess Scarab God isn't the worst thing at the moment. More black. Okay. Split 0.
Bye-bye.
No attacks. Okay. Thief is sent. Okay. That's just in time. Do this. Do this. Take thief. And plus.
Pack your bags and hit the road.
So now we actually can't exile that, I guess. Like, Skyclave Apparition, remove an Overseer actually isn't very useful. I guess we could remove the Priest. Let's just go ahead, exile you.
I'm gonna make myself scarce.
Play Skyclave, take the Priest. Okay, and I mean we don't have attacks, so just say no attacks. They have what, 6 Okay. So we play Thalia. We play Knight. And we have Kaya, bigger one.
Gone for now, but not forever.
You know, maybe I should have had Kaya Plus. I had it actually taken care of, and now they have the chance to bring back stuff. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, they don't. They don't have enough mana. Thief of Sanity. Potentially a problem. Okay. Black Bloom doesn't really do anything here. How many times can I pump this? Twice? So I can make it 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's start with attack with Knight. Let's see what they do. Black Bloom. Plus Kaya. Taking Wayward and Gleaming, I guess.
You beat me this time. Bravo.
I need to strip my own graveyard too, though. So they will get to hit me with Thief. Me or Kaya? Probably me, right? Okay, Remorseful Cleric gone. A shame. Oh gosh.
Your corpse will make an excellent. Good help is easy to find in war.
Okay, so we minus this. Oh, no, 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 I can't because they have frickin' hexproof. That's a concern. So, I guess we just plus out of my graveyard because I have some nasty stuff for them in here.
You beat me this time.
Oh, you know what? I picked stuff that wasn't
Bravo.
really that nasty. Do this, just so that deck. Okay, go to combat, nothing. Liliana is a problem. Drawing one of the riders would be really good. That's what I needed. Now I'm just in trouble because I don't even have like good blocks. They could just like have Liliana sack too, because then they clear my board and they get to draw cards.
They were a lousy servant anyway.
I don't think I can beat this Liliana.
How did you do that?
No rest in peace, no acquisitions. I don't think freebooters would be amazing here, but maybe not in your hand. Thought Erasure Wayward. Thought Erasure wasn't really going to do anything for them anyway. Oh, you know what? Is this my Murderous Rider? Yes. They took my Murderous Rider. Now I only have like one in the deck. Okay, so let's exile these.
I'll be back. You better watch your back from here on out.
They're at 11. Like, I am at the point that I could just, like, minus Kaya twice, almost. I'm gonna start gaining life off this. Shit.
Rise!
That's mine! I guess I let them hit me. I mean, they're essentially drawing a card, but I'd like to be able to pressure the Lily, I guess. Devout Decree would have been good. Well, now this is over. They found the other Ghost Rider. I guess I couldn't. I needed to have blocked that. Pressuring the Lily wasn't going to work anyway. That was a silly thing to think about. She's just going to keep plussing, and I'm just going to keep hitting her, and it doesn't really matter. I should have just blocked, because the Thought Erasure didn't matter. Gosh, that Thief of Sanity is really what killed me there. Kaya was close to being able to just kill them, but not quite. It still would have taken 3 turns. Like, if I hadn't minused one of the times. I don't know. Of course, I ended up not even having that many turns anyway, so. Okay, play first. I mean, this is fine. It's just a little bit awkward in the land department. So we're gonna have to turn 1 Fabled for a swamp. Turn 2 Fabled for a plains, play Gutterbones. And then we're cut off from Chupacabra. Okay. Maggot, huh? Let's actually just go with Maggot. It means I can't play Apparition next turn on Fable classes, but disrupting them seems reasonable. Okay, so they're going to have Blossoming Sands, which enters taps. They can't do anything next turn. I could take Daxos. I mean, it's Daxos or Hallowed Priest. Either way, I can end up Skyclaving. So which one would I rather have under here? I guess probably Hallowed Priest. Yeah, probably. Daxos actually gone. Yeah. So, I mean, we're just gonna play this, unfortunately. Play this and crack 4. No attacks. I guess I could also have seen an argument for taking the Cultivate, since that's like something that I can't deal with these. Didn't want to attack. Okay, so I think we just kill Mare? Yeah, okay. So let's... Well, wait, if I Skyclave it, though, I can actually play Knight as well. That's better. Do this, kill Mare. Then we go to combat, attack here. Presumably we don't block. Play Knight. Okay, that went pretty well. I mean, I'd love for them to play the Light of Promise, but they're not going to. They'll probably just ramp. Nah, I don't think I need that. I think I'd rather just kill this, get a counter on the Knight, all that kind of stuff. Because if I play Freebooter, I can play Freebooter, and that's not that great. They are awful. Okay, so we will bring in Salinity. We will bring in... They didn't show many 1-drops. Right? I don't think so. So we'll take out the Archon. Okay, so we have our hate card. I mean, yeah, we'll definitely just do this. Wait, they chose for me to go first? How strange. Huh. Wonder why. So, plan here will just be, what, Crack Fabled for Plains. That way Ardenvale can come in untapped when I need it. Then play Swamp, Freebooter. Okay, whoa, we whiff. Gideon's Company. Heliod, Hallow. Oh gosh, this is going to be shut down so hard by Salinity. This is awesome. I love when your hate cards are just crazy effective. So let's just play Locthwain, Salinity. We'll probably just play Gaunty to use on my mana next turn. Does that change my mind? Because I could play Gutter Bones Acquisitions. Yeah, I think that changes my mind. Gutter Bones Acquisitions 2. Did you find enchantment removal? Because that would have to go. Okay. Heliod or Evolving Wilds? I guess we take Evolving Wilds. Redundant Heliod just doesn't matter, right? Okay. Attack. Okay, we should be able to pressure them enough that that's not a problem. Okay, so let's start with just attack. And play. Of how much? Okay, so we get Archon of Sun's Grace, which I can't really make good use of. Johnny, gain 2 life, put 2 counters. Yeah, okay, let's take the Johnny, I guess. Go ahead and crack this, put things down for a swamp, because I care about activating Locthwain more. And so go. Nah, that Salinity was just ridiculous against them. Definitely want to play first. And yeah, this hand looks good. So we will keep. We do have to lead with Ardenvale if we want to play Skyclave on curve, but I don't think that's the most important thing. I think we'd rather play Swamp for Night into Bright Climb for Thalia. And maybe we even draw an enchantment process, I don't think it's worth delaying the night for, though. Pelt collector. Okay. So let's go ahead and attack. No way they're blocking. Play Bright Climb. And another pelt. Okay, so we'll just play Ardenvale. I guess we're gonna scry, but let's attack with Thalia. Not really interested in trading Knight for Collector at this point. Let's try with Prince. We don't have double black for Scavengers. Let's not take that, but another Skyclave is totally fine with me. Counters on both Pelt Collectors, and then they get counters. They did do the stacking correctly. Okay. So we can just Skyflame Apparition, take a Pelt Collector. No attacks.
I have survived Nico Bolas, and I will survive you. My aim and their claws, you're done.
Okay. So now I just Skyclave. Maybe I just Skyclave Schirmer. So now I get clean attacks. You attack, you finish off Vivian, and then get a counter. Fine with that.
Back to the woods.
And then if I need to like flicker this Skyclave, I give them a 1/1 and take the Pelt Collector. It's fine. I guess them taking Thalia might mean that they really need Thalia. They did not really need Thalia gone. Interesting. 3/3 attacks, no blocks. Can't cast Chupacabra. Okay. Do I have good attacks? Yeah, I definitely do. We attack with just Knight. They can eat something with Ooze. So it's only Knight. Okay, then we cast Thalia. Cast Charming Breaths. And flicker this Skyclave, please. And then we take, I guess, Scavenging Ooze. Okay, so let's say that they have nothing relevant in their hand. Perhaps it's true. They can block 3 of my creatures, so they block 1, 2, 3, and take 6. But then they get a few creatures back. So I don't think that's worth it. So I think we just go and attack with just Knight. chump makes sense. And we play Gutter Bones and Seiko. Coco. Swarm Shadow, Champion of Lamb. I don't even know what this is. Powers less than that. Oh my god. Context even relevant? Okay. Well, crap. Now we're in trouble. Thought we had everything under control there. Okay. So I can make this only one pump worth. So that's 5, 6. I don't know that that's worth it. I think we just have to say go. Oh gosh, that collected company really turned things around. Maybe I should have taken the mentor instead. Okay, so we have our double black. Play our Chupacabra. Do they have a way to save the champion? So we obviously have to kill the champion. Krakmaw's even bigger now. No attacks. Draw something relevant. It's concerning. Okay, so no attacks. I mean, Oran Reef is going to attack, and everything's just going to get huge. I can pump this and make it 6, 7, 8, and 8, 9. Okay, so if I pump it once, I actually have to pump it twice. This has trample. That's a concern. Okay, so we're not making an Ardenville token, so let's just go to blocks. Okay. This goes here, so we have to stop Oran Reef. We have to not die to this. That's kind of nice and important. And I'd also like for it to die, preferably. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I have to chump the other 2. So we chump, chump. Okay. So we do this, activate. Do this, activate. Okay, Krakmaw gets bigger. Okay, looks like my Krakmaw's a lot. Okay, new Thalia. I think we're gonna go for this. Okay, Let's see, if I... 1, 2, 3, I have 4 mana left. I can't activate Ardenvale, so we have to play Thalia and get 1 activation here. Like, I mean, we're in a ton of trouble. No attacks and attack. And the problem is Grakma dies into... Pellet Collector doesn't instant, I guess. Okay. Just those, huh? I guess I have the option to kill Swarm Shambler. Maybe I take it. Because even if I were to double pump this, 6, 7, 8, and 8, 9, it can't actually tangle there. So yeah, we're going to go to blockers. We're going to block here. We're going to block here. And then we're going to activate this. Okay. So now Swarm Shambler dies. Now I can Ardenvale. Yeah, that needed to be something else. Okay, get a swamp. Oh wait. Do your attacks, please. That's Mentor. Okay, so Ardenvale makes it to block here. Block here. Take 6. I think so. Oh shit. Oh, wait. Oh, forgot how this worked apparently. If it had greater. Okay. Acquisitions. So we play acquisitions. Take the swamp. No attacks. Okay, Ardenvale it up. So we have to do a bunch of bad blocks here. So I guess we do this, this, and this. I don't think that we can actually come back at that. We're gonna get an extra creature here. Yeah, that Skyclave is too late for us to be at 1. Gosh, everything was going really well until that Collected Company. So, Containment Priest helps with Collected Company. Devout Decree helps as well. Solemnity would also help against them. Kaya stops Pelt Collector. Llanowar Elves. I think that's good enough. Okay. Take out Gutters, I guess. Take out... acquisitions and an Archon, maybe? Okay. We are on a 3-lander that can't actually cast the Skyclaves. Maybe we have to mold this. We can cast Brain Maggot and Acquisitions. Nah, if we're on the draw, I'd be very happy with keeping it, but... So we'll just lead with this. another acquisitions, huh? Guess we'll play this in case we draw white. We'll meet with the ring packet. It's the most important thing instead of the least important thing. Collected Company, Luminarch Aspirant, Swarm Shambler, Winding Constrictor. Gosh. Yeah, but that's on the field. Luminarch Aspirant can start putting value elsewhere. Yeah, I think we have to take Aspirant. We do need to draw a white source. So they're gonna play Snake. Yes. I think we're gonna strive for a white source. Fabled Passage does work. And actually don't mind Nighthawk. So no attacks. You know, maybe I should have put Nighthawk on the bottom just because I would love to find Containment Priest. I only have the one. I have two in the sideboard for Azurius. I ended up cutting one out, like, for the Coronis, whatever. Swarm Shambler it is. Okay, I don't want to get them Moonlark, so... Oh, you know what? I'm going to end up shuffling this away anyway. I forgot about that. It doesn't actually matter. Okay, white. Play Sky. Take Snake. And say no attacks. Okay, now they're going to have Collected Company. Man, I hate Collected Company. Would have been so cool if I had dropped, or drawn Containment Priest there. I think we hold the Skyclave until after, because I'd like to see what they actually draw, and we can just double acquisitions here. Wow, they let me have a Collected Company. Mammal. Discard one more. Another Collected Company. Now that they showed me two Collected Companies, what is their last card? Right?
Oh, I am gonna love tearing this place to the ground.
Okay.
You picked the wrong fight.
So I can kill Vivian if I give them Luminarch. I think that's actually a decent deal. Although I lose my board. Vivian is going to give 2 counters. It's kind of irritating. Well, no, because I get the Skyclave right now. So I don't actually have to give them Luminarch. Okay, so yeah, we Skyclave right now. And take Lamb Lamholt or Grakmaw? I think we take Lamholt. Oh shit! No, no, no! Lamholt was the one that I couldn't take. I needed to take Grakmaw. Oh gosh, that was stupid. Okay, everybody attacks Vivian, but now they get Luminarch back and they didn't need to. That was a mistake. Oh gosh, that probably just lost me this game. All I do is Grakmaw.
I'll return with larger predators.
Okay, no block. Why did I take Lamb? I mean, I know why I did it. I was thinking, oh, because I would like for them to not be able to attack enemies easily next turn, but I mean, not even close to worth it. I guess we take Pelt. No attacks. Okay. Gosh, I can't believe I did that. That's why you should always just never second guess the plan that you had. I'm just dead. There's no way that I can come back from this. Would it have mattered? Mentor into Apparition, maybe not. Like, those were very good plays. But yeah. Essentially, I could have had them not have the Aspirant, and I still would have had the Brain Maggot. Okay, so we're 2-2. Let's see if we can finish this ahead. Okay, so we have a no-lander, so that obviously gets tossed back. Oh, I guess they're actually just not even here. Oh no, they are here. Okay, I'm all... I can keep this. We put back... a swamp? Nah, yeah. Yeah, let's put back swamp. And then we'll just crack Fabled Passage for... a swamp. Plain draw. Okay, for a swamp. Now Lock Plain is untapped. Teamer, huh? So let's just start with acquisitions. Then we can flicker the acquisitions, then we can play Bellhaunt. It's not bad. Oh, gosh. Oh, Chandra was the other thing I was thinking about that was 3 damage. If Chandra, though, is the best card in their hand... Gosh, I've actually started playing in the Azurius version, Confounding Conundrum against this type stuff. It's actually surprisingly decent. So I might actually just play Brain Maggot now. So let's play Lot Flame, Thalia, and Maggot. What's in your hand? That Chandra was that bad. Oh, you have 2 Chandras. Okay. Questing Beast. I mean, obviously we have to take Chandra. Chandra over me.
I can always do better next time.
Questing Beast could be a concern. Okay, so now we play Plains and Belmont. Okay, no attacks. I wonder what their last card was. I'm actually kind of tempted to just take this, because then I can flicker the Bellhaunt, and taking another 5 isn't really that big a deal. Okay. I guess let's just play this. I was thinking about playing the Thalia, but I think I'd rather have Swift in already. So do this, exile the Bellhaunt. Pass the turn. Oh, you know what? I couldn't have actually blocked Question Beast anyway. This has the steep, it can't be blocked. Yeah, this guy couldn't have got in for the double block. Okay, so I definitely made the right choice then. So no attacks. Bellhaunt returns. And have Valakut Awakening. So discard from that hand now. Okay, Murderous Rider, kill the Question. Okay, play the Thalia for some protection. And I'm not going to play the Murderous Rider because I know that they have sweepers. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's no way that I can even, like, kill them next turn, even if I played this. Okay, Exploration isn't that scary. It's not a sweeper, essentially. So yeah, that went 3-2. I don't know if the mistake that I made actually ended up changing anything, but at the very least, that wasn't the deck's fault. I don't know how I feel about Gonti. I only got to play him once, I think. So that's not enough to evaluate, it'll have to be seen. But I do like the Orzhov version. I go back and forth and play both most every day at this point to try to keep refining them. So if you see anything that you're like, oh, this should obviously be in there, or this is stupid, that shouldn't be in there, you know, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll keep making refinements, post some new videos of new versions. I've been thinking about making a Boros version too. There's so much life game running around that Ferocidon seems like it could be a useful hate piece. There's also Harsh Mentor available in the format that can punish some of the other things going on, so it might be worth a try.